I said, you know, that's fine. And I said, listen, I'm at a street level. I see what's going on in the street. I've been across Canada. I've seen multiple homeless encampments. There's a homeless encampment 100 feet to 150 feet away from me right now. And I've already seen 4 or 5 today. Just out in a new bush. A new spot for me, completely brand new. I'm closer to Lake Ontario today. I'm on the western shore of the Humber River. I'd say the Humber River is probably about 150 yards to the east. Or less. I didn't go down. But I have a homeless encampment to my right. I haven't gone over. I'm not going to go over. They come over here, well, I'll deal with that. But yeah, I'm doing some, like I said, wet weather training, and it's raining pretty good right now. I got my tarp set up. I'll give you a breakdown of the camp in a second here. Just got to get some coffee. I just had to get a fire going because my hands were cold. I purposely came out today knowing it was going to rain pretty good. So, yeah, so if it's not raining, you're not training. And it's a little chilly today too. You can see my breath. It's I don't know, maybe around 4 or 5 degrees right now. But yeah, I'm dry. Wearing a inclement weather coat. I'm just wearing some tactical pants. They're not waterproof, but I don't care. Like I said, a little out of my I could have put on my whole rain gear, but I didn't want to do that today. I want to put myself outside my comfort zone. And yeah, I had breakfast this morning, a couple eggs. I got some energy bars with me, so I'm going to stay down here for a little bit. And in a little while, I'll show you my camp setup, and I'll have a little chit chat with you. Stay tuned. So I'll show you my camp. This is the woods. Came in off the path. I'm just oh, what's that road over there? I'm west of, south of Barrie Road. So there it is. And it's raining pretty good. So right now I am talking through a wireless mic through my phone because I have my GoPro inside a waterproof case. So I got a little log set up here to sit on, and I'm just going to enjoy my coffee, and we'll have a chit chat in a little bit. I can hear some people from the homeless encampment. They probably know that I'm here now. They don't like strangers in their woods, and I'm aware of that. So we'll see how that goes. So today, I planned on coming out today, yesterday, because I knew it was going to rain today. So I geared up, well, not so much gear up because I already have all my gear ready to rock and roll. My bike, I didn't have to do anything to it. It's I already had all this loaded on board. It's it's a survival setup, my bike. That's what the intention of my bike was. I use it for a lot more things now, I guess, but mostly for to get me out, get me my cardio going, keep my mind sharp. And yeah, so I never have to pack up too many things. Even if I went camping for a night or two, it wouldn't take me long to kit the bike. It's, you know, I got everything set up where I live, and everything's modular. I have a lot of things, so I have to stay on top of it and have to stay organized, or I lose track of things because I have redundancy built in. I have a bunch of different things. Repetitiveness. I have like multiple tarps, multiple backpacks, multiple sleeping bags. You get it. I have 2 and 3 of everything. Corporal Kelly says, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So you build in redundancy. I got the fire going pretty good now. It's nice and warm in here. I have my heat deflector on it. It also helps with embers coming up to the tarp. So that's why I have that on there today. But it deflects the heat, right? And it's throwing off the heat, which is nice. Coming down pretty good now, that's for sure. It's raining hard. But yeah, it's a little windy, little chilly out today. Perfect day to put yourself in a miserable mood. But you know what? Have my coffee, have a fire going, and I'm dry. So it's all good. I have a full belly. That's what it's all about. And if need be, I have a couple more energy bars in here. Cliff Bar, I think 260 calories. So I'm good to go for a little while anyways. So yesterday on my Facebook, one of my friends on my Facebook, he's an acquaintance. And I'm not going to say his name, but people know him within Canada. He's a musician. So yesterday he posted a video, Moose on the Loose video. And Moose on the Loose, this video pertained to just the way Carney is handling the tariffs and Doug Ford's handling the tariffs. It was a bunch of different things on his video. So more or less it outlined, you know, the demise of Canada. This person that I'm talking about, he has his finger to the pulse with regards to our country, and he's a patriot, and he's an older gentleman, and he's seen the very good in Canada, and now he's seeing the bad. So like I said, he's a musician, so he has a lot of liberal friends. I find musicians and artists tend to lean liberal for the most part. He's an anomaly. He doesn't. And so anyhow, he has quite a large following on Facebook. So he always gets a lot of people. Whenever he posts something political, he always gets a lot of people chiming in. And this guy yesterday, he chimed in a little too aggressive for my liking. So normally I don't. I've commented a couple times on his Facebook, but normally I stay out of it. But yesterday, this guy chimed in pretty hard against him. And the guy that I'm talking about, he's an intelligent guy, and he can handle himself. But I went in and I more or less, this guy said that, you know, Canada's fine. It's one of the best countries in the world. The crime rates and the crime on the street is being inflated through conservative propaganda. Obviously, he's not a fan of Pierre Poilievre or the Conservatives. He was bolstering the fact that Carney's doing a good job. He's a financial genius, and he's gonna eventually deal with Trump just fine. Let's add some of the fire here. Stay on top of that solo stove. It chews up the fuel pretty good. So I went in and I commented directly to this guy, and I said, I'm not going to say his name either. I know his name too. It looks like he's out of Montreal based on his profile. And, you know, this guy might be doing well right now. So I just went on and I said, listen, I go, you might be doing okay right now. But the person that you covet, I said, the snake that you covet is eyeing you up for your final days. You know how like a large snake will pretend like it's getting close to its prey because it's seeing if it can put it inside of it. So that's what I alluded to with this gentleman when I commented back on his original comment. So I said, you know, that's fine. And I said, listen, I'm at a street level. I see what's going on in the street. I've been across Canada. I've seen multiple homeless encampments. There's a homeless encampment 150 feet away from me right now. And I've already seen 4 or 5 today. So this guy, either he doesn't care about that, or he's oblivious to it, or he hasn't seen it in his sheltered life. And that's what I find with a lot of these people that think Canada is doing well. Sure, it's doing well compared to Ethiopia, Somalia, the Sudan, Syria. Of course it's doing well to those countries. In comparison, we're doing well. I'm not comparing my country to that. I'm comparing my country before Trudeau was installed 10 years ago or 11 years ago. That's what I'm comparing my country to. And it's taken an abysmal, drastic downturn, okay? So people that have this argument that there isn't street crime and there isn't a drug problem, there isn't a drug problem in prison, there isn't a mental health epidemic on our public transit systems, in our streets, in our subways, everywhere. People that walk around like this are not only delusional, but they're dangerous. They're dangerous people. And I've said this before in my videos, that the white liberal Karen, and that includes men too, because most of them are beta, effeminate men, and they truly are. They wear these Fred Hahn glasses. If you know who Fred Hahn is, the president of CUPE, they wear these ridiculous, they look like clown glasses. You look like, you know, you're dressing up as a clown for Halloween. They have a distinct look to them. They have a uniform. Now people can say, well, you know, you're a right-wing extremist. You're a white supremacist. You're a white nationalist based on my appearance. Yes, I guess you could say that. But the way I'm dressed today is based out of necessity. I'm wearing a jacket that blends into my surroundings. It's waterproof. I'm wearing Cahifa? No, a shamag. I call it a shamag. I'm wearing that because I'm on my bike, keeping warm, and I'm wearing a skull cap to keep my head warm. And I wear a poppy because everyone in this country should be proud to wear a poppy. That's why I'm wearing a poppy. Anyhow, I'm not going to get into that. And I'm wearing a Canada flag because I'm Canadian, okay? And I'm proud to be a Canadian. I'm proud of what this country once was. Now I'm disgusted with this country. So I guess I have a distinct look about me too, and I'm okay with that. I've been confronted about my poppy. I guess it was about 5-6 years ago. I was in a local pub, and a guy came up to me about 25 years my junior, and this is when I was drinking, and I was a heavy drinker. I don't know if I mentioned that in a few of my videos, and I was kind of I wouldn't say I was someone that was overly friendly when I was drinking. Let's put it that way. So I was minding my own business at the end of the bar, and it's a well-known bar to me. People know me very well in there. I have friends in there. I know the owner well. I'm friends with the owner. This guy comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, you're wearing a poppy." I just look at him. I go, "Yeah, I'm wearing a poppy." I go, "What of it?" He goes, "You know, that's a symbol I hate." And I looked at him, and I said, "Listen, buddy." I go, "You're talking to the wrong guy there." So I'm not going to say exactly what I said to him, but I threatened him physically. I did. And then he looked at me, and then he said, and then I found out he was ex-military. He was in the Canadian military. I don't know what his status was or why he left the military or if he was still active military. I don't know. But then I seen him about 3 months later at the liquor store. I went to the liquor store a lot. Not no more, though. Not for almost 2 years. So I seen him there, and he was in front of me at the cash, and I said, I tapped him on the shoulder. "You remember me, buddy?" And he looked at me. He just grabbed his stuff and left. So the poppy to me is a symbol of nationalism. It's a symbol of the sacrifice that our men and women made. Some sacrificed their lives for me to wear this. So anyone, especially now, if anyone comments negatively on my poppy now, it's going to be a big problem. And that's all I'll say. It's going to be a big problem. So anyhow, so I went on, and so anyhow, so this guy got back to I commented on I said to him, I go, "I hope you have the skills to live in the gutter, because that's where we're all going to be." I said liberalism is the great equalizer. It's going to force us all into extreme poverty. If you're not poor now, you're living in a nice condo, a 4-story townhouse, a brownstone, and you're living in a nice affluent area. Hey, that's great. That's great. A lot of those people, even as I speak right now, are losing their wealth because of the liberal policies and the liberal taxation and the liberal warped ideology, the way they think. Mark Carney isn't in charge of this country to do well for this country. He's in charge to do well for himself and Brookfield Asset Management and Donald Trump and all his aspirations in the United States, and for Xi Jinping in China. I think he's even meeting with Xi Jinping today. So he's not in it for people like us. And this guy that commented on this thread yesterday on Facebook, he thinks that Carney's on his side. No, Carney's not on his side either. So a lot of people, this is why I do this. This is why I come out in the woods and put myself into, like, hey, listen, I got all the gear to have a comfortable day out here. I really do. But is it more comfortable sitting in a restaurant? Is it more comfortable sitting on my sofa watching my large screen TV? Is it more comfortable there? Yes, it is. But I don't want to be comfortable all the time. That's why I come and do this. And so when I speak to, just gotta put more wood in the fire. When I speak to people like this guy on Facebook, and my interactions are with these type of people are diminishing as the days go on, because it's no sense talking to these people, right? But I encounter people out and about because I'm out a lot, and I'm even limiting my conversation interaction with them now. I've talked to a few cops lately. Forgive me for that, but that's more or less to see their mindset. That's not me trying to make buddies with them. So now we had an SHTF situation tomorrow. Okay, so let's talk what's going on in the States. So the United States, their government is shut down. So it is being predicted that next week, today I believe is October 30th. So next week, I think November 2nd or November 1st, the EBT, the electronic benefit transfers, that's food stamps, I guess, down in the U.S., is possibly going to be stopped to millions and millions of people. So there's people going on all sorts of social media saying they're going to be robbing grocery stores, they're going to be robbing people in the parking lot with their groceries, and there's countless videos like this. So hey, I already know, like, people in my circle, people in my mindset, sitting out in the rain underneath a tarp, they know what's going to happen when the government pulls the switch. People know. I know this. I know there's going to be mass civil unrest. I know there's going to be violent conflict around places of food, around places of water, around places of shelter. I already know all this. So the people that are going on and doing these videos, you know, obviously they're not too smart. Obviously, that's number one. Number two, they're forewarning you what they're going to do. Now, a lot of them aren't going to do it, but listen, there's a lot of people that aren't doing videos that are going to do it. Now, if I'm going to be threatening to someone, I'm not going to say it on a video. I'm just going to go do it, and hopefully there's no video of me getting caught doing it. So we all see videos on all forms of social media of grocery stores getting ransacked, of Nike stores getting ransacked, Apple electronic stores getting ransacked. It's countless. Popeye's Chicken has bulletproof glass. Other restaurants have bulletproof glass. You got to get your food through like a friggin' thing like you're in prison. So when we're all on the same level, would you know how to do what I'm doing today? That's all I'm asking. I would suggest that you start learning. When there's a famous video that Madonna did. Madonna, the performer, the singer. I'm probably getting a little hot on my leg, so I'm so hot sitting here. I feel like I wish I was in my living room. It'd be a little more comfortable. It'd be a little more cool. But she did some very odd video at I think it was in right after COVID was announced. And she's sitting in a bathtub, looks like with milk, and she's got a bunch of candles around her. And she's sitting there, and she's naked, but she has, I guess, suds over her private parts. You can't see nothing, which is good. I don't want to see Madonna anyways. So she says that what's coming is the great equalizer. And that's what she said. And I knew, when I seen that video, I knew exactly what she said. She was scared because she thought it was the end of times then. And to a certain extent, she was right. It was the beginning of the end of times. So, you know, these people have the means to stockpile food. They have the means to build bunkers. They have the means for private security. But at the end of the day, how long in an SHTF situation, how long will a guy like me live? Will I live an extra day? Will I live an extra hour? You know, it's a gamble, right? I understand that. I'm not a Navy SEAL. I'm 1/1000th Navy SEAL, so I'm far from that. But you have to have your mind conditioned to expect the worst. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's it's a famous saying, famous motto. I say it quite often, and that's what I've done. And to the best of my ability, I'm 56 years old. I'm not in the best of health. I'm not in the best of shape. I've lost 45, almost 50 pounds now, so that has helped. So I'm on the right track, and I haven't drank alcohol. It'll be 2 years this January, so I'm 18, 19 months sober, so that makes a huge difference too. So I've made a concerted effort to make myself more prepared for hard times. Do I want to go live over in this encampment? No, I don't. But will I be prepared to do that, or do I have some skill set to do that? Yes, I do. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Well, I am saying it's going to happen. Actually, I know it's going to happen, so I shouldn't say that. I know it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when. So that's my story today. I'm going to stay out here, finish off my coffee, and soak up this lovely, rainy, cold day. Toughen myself up because I'm getting soft, people. I'm getting soft. And that's why I'm out here today. Party's over. If you got any questions, you want to comment on my video, you want to comment on any of my gear, put it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye.